What's going on, everybody? Modern Pioneer here, and this is going to be part 3 of our DIY video series on how to build this treehouse giant that we're doing. So if you've seen part 1 and part 2, we are modeling much of our design from Pete Nelson, who is the treehouse master, and everything's been going pretty good. In finishing up the video editing for this year, for this project, I realized that I did not have many videos over the building of the staircase or the bridge. I do have a video of the stairs, the ship's ladder right there, but I don't have one of up to that point. So I'm going to do just a little brief walkthrough with those two things, and then we will cut to a video that I have over the decking, and then I'll show you my summary for the above decking. And typically I'm very good at doing videos throughout the build, but this year I was trying to get a different camera, and the camera I bought was terrible, and so I think I lost some videos that I actually had. So to give you guys a really good overview of what I've done so far up to this point, this is necessary. So let me start from the beginning. Over here where I ended on part 2, I had just poured this concrete. So since then we have put in the stairs, and it went very well. I ended up putting these posts in that just made everything easier. It wasn't scheduled, wasn't planned, but I ended up adding this tube slide. I bought it on Facebook Marketplace, and it came pre-assembled from the guy. And so I set it over in the corner, and my kids rolled it over here and begged me just to put it in. And so I saw that it was pretty close in height to that little deck space right there. So I said, you know what, I can do that. So we did it. Let's see. As far as support, this is just being supported from that platform, and then I added this post here, and then just did a little bracket here, and it's done very well. I can go down it. My uncle went down it, and my uncle's, he's not large, but he's larger than me, so I'll just say that. So, and it held him. So over here, just looking at the structural support for the stairs up to here, I didn't have any dimensions for it. I just did it. This is not part of it. My kids made a little fort under the stairs. So, and this is their play area, so I'm letting them do it. But I did do a support from this tree right here. Let me get to the other side. There. I put a paddle tab in here, and then I attached this 4x4, and I ran it all the way through. Looking back now, I 100% did not have to do that, and I absolutely wish I did not do that, because I stressed the tree. So I put that hole in it, put the tab hole in it, and then I put a big old bolt in it right there. And I feel like that was a lot on this tree, and I'm sorry, tree. Please forgive me. I had a fungus issue develop with this tree this year that I am closely monitoring. Basically, just what research I did, it seems to be that it is oak brackets, which is an early sign of root decay, or that the tree is under duress. So just looking back on the ways that I stressed this tree out, well, there's 3 ways right there, and I didn't have to do one of them. So I'm hoping it's not a big deal, but the tree seems healthy for everything outside of those, what I've just mentioned. But you can see I ran that 4x4 through here, and then I put this post here. I didn't have to do that at all. I could have just done the post there, anchored it into the concrete, and then done these posts here, and that's absolutely fine. But in the future, on down the road, my kids have a zip line, and I am thinking of trying to install that here. So what I would do is put the zip line cable like through the 2x8s right here, so the cable will come through here and be anchored back there, and then the kids would just ride the cable underneath this suspended bridge all the way to that tree over there. So that would be a good path for them. And anyway, if I end up doing that, I will add it to the next video series. Let's talk about the suspended bridge. I used 4x4s here. Very, very pleased with how this turned out. I couldn't, my initial design, I was going to do the 4x4 bridge like this, and then I was going to run another 4x4 here with my paddle tabs and anchor it like that. I chose not to do that because I started thinking outside the box, and I'm like, well, how do they do suspended bridges? Cables and chains. So I'm like, okay, what can cables and chains do for me? So then I started looking at that route, and then I came up with this idea. So let's get up there. I anchored the cables from the joist because I was thinking, if we can apply pressure downwards with those, you know, then in the same way it can hold it if it's coming down. Like, I don't know if that makes sense at all. We're applying pressure down, I'm anchoring from the top, I can also anchor from the bottom, and that's what I did. So it's worked, and there hasn't been any sag at all from the weight over time over this year that I've noticed. I used 6 separate sections of chain, and then the end of this bridge is just resting on there. I will put a spacer between the bridge and this deck because when it gets wet, this moves a little bit, and wood on wood turns this to pulp. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to, eventually that'll be an issue. So I'm going to get ahead of it and put a spacer there. That's what it needs. It does not sway a whole lot. I mean, it sways more when you're out here. To kind of control that a little bit, I put these 90-degree brackets right here and anchored the ship's ladder down to the bridge, and that cut my swaying down in half. The reason why I don't want it to sway a whole lot is because even though I don't see any concern, I believe that with motion comes problems. So if I were to allow the bridge to just sway whichever way it wants, I think I would start to see or develop other issues with the you know, durability, integrity of the bridge, and I want to minimize that. So there, I took some of the sway out. How did I anchor these? I just used these eye bolts. I went all the way through that. So this is my main beam, one of them, and so I got the 3 chains into there, and then over here on these joists I did the same thing. It's just I had to reinforce that joist with just a little section of wood. I wanted to get more meat there, and I did that. So I'm very pleased with this bridge. I'm very pleased with the stairs leading up to this point. I can't think of any other helpful tips for you guys. If you have any, drop a comment, because I always want to grow too. So without further ado, let's get in to the rest of the videos, starting from this point. Alright, take it, Liam. What'd they get?
Banana and be like that, Dad.
We got a camcorder?
Uh-huh.
Alright. Well, I'm going to talk about the treehouse a little bit, okay? Alright. So the build's going pretty well. I got the 4 cast iron sections in there. I got, that was the bear. You'll see it better up there. That's the moose. That's ducks. And then we have the fish right here. So I got everything done pretty much down here, and now I'm on the deck. Down here you can see I went ahead and put OSB down for where the treehouse is going to be. I decided to do that. I didn't skimp out. I got some really high grade OSB board, so I don't have to worry about it warping or anything as it's exposed to the weather. So at least I'm putting that to the test. Let's see, I still have to complete this section right here. I'm gonna be putting that I guess I don't know whatever that's called, you know, that joist that way. I'm gonna do that. So let's get up there. It'll be a little easier to see, I think. Bridge is still doing really well. So is this staircase. Alright, and here we have the treehouse so far. So what I ended up doing is I was staining all the decking and everything before putting it up here. It was just taking too long, so I decided just to put it up here, and I'm gonna stain it like after whenever I get to it. So I'm gonna stain it the cedar color, of course. But here you can see the panels and the bears over there. So, and then here's the treehouse. So the door is going to be right here, and then you can have a fireplace here, a couch slash bed here. Right in that section is going to be like a bathroom. I'm going to put a composting toilet in there, and over here is going to be a sliding glass door. We're going to have a patio porch right here with a propane fireplace right here. So anyway, so far the challenges that I've had, I'd say the biggest stressor was I went to the store and I bought some short screws, got back and realized I bought the wrong type. So they're the same, like still the exterior stainless steel screw, say that 3 times, but they were T20s and I use T25s on this whole project I have. So every time I went to go use one of those new little screws, which thankfully I only bought a little box because I put them there for those support brackets, it just, that was so frustrating. So that's a pointer I can give you. And then back to here framing this deck, I'm gonna put this section here and then square that off, because eventually I want to do like a rope bridge going to that oak tree, and you know, that's why I put that at an angle. Now over here I was able to get this last joist into place here, and it extends from the main support beam here by just 16 inches out there. So on the other side I did 2. So here I did 1, and I like it. So I didn't feel any need to go any further. So that's where I am. Let me talk about trees for a second. This oak tree right here. So several years ago I had some guys come out here, said they wanted to make some money, so I'm like, alright, you can trim some. I wanted them to cut that branch right there that they did, and instead they started cutting that branch, and you can see they cut the wedge, and then I was yelling at them, and I told them to stop, so they cut the wedge out, and then I threw some black spray paint up there and sprayed that wound there, and so far it seems like it's doing pretty well. But talking about tree health, at the base of this tree I've noticed I noticed a fungus about right there. I noticed a fungus growing, and so I looked it up, and that after like a couple days, like the fungus started smelling, and it was leaking like an all amber color, and I was like, what is this? So I researched it, and it ended up being, it's called like an oak bracket, and the great news is it leads to root decay. So how about that one? So what I ended up doing is I removed all the brackets that I could find, or that I had access to, and then I've just been treating the areas with like a water vinegar solution. I also read where if you like do a milk and water solution, that's supposed to help. So I've been treating that at least every week, just trying to pay attention to this tree, because when I started this build, it worked really well. Or like there was no sign of any health issues in the trees. So I'm not sure if just you know, the two, actually three holes that I put into here for the support tabs, like right here, I put one there, one below it, and then another one. I'm not sure if that stressed it out to where it opened it up to weakened it to you know, outside attack. But the other tree's really healthy, and I'm just focusing on, you know, extending and improving the health of this tree, because the last thing I need is for this tree to go down. If the tree goes down, I'm gonna have to come up with another support system on those main support beams. It can be done, it's just really gonna suck and it'd be expensive. So obviously that's not what I want to happen. So I'm talking about this now. What is this? August 2023. And so I got up in this tree and I removed some of the branches that's gonna be over the tree house. When I got up here, something I've been waiting to do is just, you know, free this area up, let the sunlight in here. So when I was doing that, did you hear that? Was that a cat? Okay, well, while I was doing that, I noticed there was a little hole up there in the tree, and so what I ended up doing is, I'll get up there and show you, but what I ended up doing was I just got up here this morning and I cleared it all away as best I could, and then I sprayed it with spray foam. I filled the hole, and so hopefully that'll keep you know, moisture out and just fill that cavity. So, because, you know, water just gets in there and then it just begins to rot. So who knows how far down into this good branch it is. So once this cures, which is already pretty tough, but once it cures, I'll cut that away and then spray it with like a, I don't know, a rubber solution or Flex Seal something, or I'll maybe put like a metal or an aluminum shield over the top or something, maybe get rid of this and just encap it. I don't know, but I'm giving this as much attention as I can. And then when I cut the branch away here, I sprayed it with black spray paint, because I read that when fresh wood is exposed, you know, like a cut or something, the white of the bark or of the tree that's exposed attracts the bugs, and so that's one way the bugs find it. So, and then burrow in, and when you just spray it black, it you know, helps the tree heal quicker and, you know, survive longer. Well, that's the update for now. So I guess next is I'll be working on this decking. and then I'm trying to get the railings up. So that's what I'm gonna do. What are you doing, boy? That's what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna get the decking and the railing done, and then that will conclude, what is this, part 3 of this video series. So that's where we're at now. Anyway, let's get to it. Here I am with my senior modern pioneer who created his own video over the bridge build, and I'm glad he did, because we don't have any current videos covering the build. So we're gonna do a short little cut to this guy's video. You ready? All right, let's go. Hey, pal.
Hi. Look at chomping type. Yeah. Now what? Cut the bridge. Liam, don't hurt me.
For wood. That's no good.
Wait, what? What did you say?
Well, this is for wood, so we can't use this.
What is it really for?
For wood.
Why can't we use that for wood?
Because we're going to cut metal. So to cut metal, you need metal bits.
Whoa.
See how this does.
So, are you taking a step up to get on the bridge?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because if not, I'm worried it's gonna bang that too much.
So when you get up on the bridge, it's
How will we get this?
It's not funny. Are you okay, Liam?
it was very slow motion, and then Charm went and gave him a big lick.
Big lick. Big lick. Big lick. Big lick. Funny big lick.
You're not worried about anything being posted between there?
No. What? Here's the thing. If I anchor that, I'm worried.
No, I didn't mean to anchor it. No, I didn't mean to anchor it. I'm just talking about how it's going to move back and forth. And if it moves out and somebody got stuck in between there, we'll figure it out.
All right, everybody. This is the final video in this collage of videos for this treehouse build. It is November 30th, 2023, and I'm standing here wondering where the year went. I got a ton done. If my memory serves me right, at the beginning of this year, I didn't have the stairs done, didn't have that bridge done, I didn't have the stairs there done, the ship's ladder. I most certainly didn't have all those floor joists done and the decking and those guardrails done. So also added that slide. I think it's been a good year. I've decided, I live in Ohio, so with the weather getting the way it is, it's just become rather unpleasant to be working out here, and I'm really out of good days to be doing it. So I figured I'll just bring this video to a close, and then we will start on, I want to say it's part 3, which we're going to be doing the treehouse build. So let's just walk through what I've done so far. Got the stairs done and the guardrails done here. This is the finished product of what all the guardrails are going to look like eventually. A big hiccup was kind of ordering these rails, rungs, whatever these things are called, because I got to special order them and it takes forever. I ordered them, I want to say last time I ordered them it took a month to get here. Now give me a break. But anyway, just moving on. Got the slide done, got the bridge done. Just been monitoring the bridge throughout the year since I got it done, and I haven't seen any areas of concern. I came up with this design myself, and so far I'm still saying that. But I guess when I see something wrong, I'll punt it off onto somebody else. But I haven't been seeing any areas of concern. One thing that I've been looking is just looking to see if that bolt sags with the weight, but I believe I've distributed enough to where that's not happening. See it. So I had to reinforce that joist there just to be careful. And it's been doing good. One thing I do need to do, and you can see it really good, this right here is a little bit of sawdust, but from when I was working on it, but this is rubbing against this deck here, and that's fine, but I kind of want to eliminate that. So what I'm going to do is just put some plastic down, hard plastic down as a barrier, just so it's not wood on wood, because when it gets wet you can see it starts to eat one another, and that's just not going to survive long term. So I'm still in the process of having a bracket made for this cable backup system. I don't know if I've talked about it, but I ran out of clearance here just with the way these are. The bracket that was supposed to tie into the end of this tab, this yoke did not allow that bracket, the turnbuckle it was, to come back and hook onto the chain, the cable. So I'm having a little bracket made that's going to thread onto there, and then it's going to elevate a ring here, so then I'll be able to just better directly, just, I guess you'd call it inline hook up to this cable backup. So if that makes sense. If not, hey, watch part 3 and all will be revealed. So up to this point the bridge has been good. Up to this ladder, trying to think, can't remember the technical term for the ladder, but I did a whole separate video on this build, and it's holding up, so I'm pleased. You can see there's a little bit of play, but hey, everything's working. So so far I haven't seen any stress fractures or anything that needs addressed. All right, and here we are. Now this is more or less, I would say done. Wife still says no because I don't have the guardrail complete. But daggone, give me a break. I think this is enough for 1 year. So I got all these guardrails on. I got the flooring down. Where this OSB is, that's going to be the treehouse. I still have to purchase like a window and then the doors. Right here I'm going to have a nice entrance door. You're going to walk in here, and I'm going to put a wood burning fireplace here, which is how I'm going to heat it. I'm going to have a pull out bed there, like a couch thing. Back there, here is going to be like a small restroom, and it's going to have a composting toilet. And don't tell anybody, but I think I'm even going to try and put a shower in it, and the shower is going to run off rainwater collection. So we'll see about that. But where I'm standing too is going to be a big open loft. So like here, when you walk into this area, you're going to be able to see all the way up to the roof of the treehouse, which should be super cool. And I'm going to put a fan up there to help distribute the heat. And then over on this side, probably about like right here above it, I'm going to have a loft, and I'm hoping to have like a train track with like maybe a little Dickens village running around the top portion of where this loft ceiling is. So I don't know. I've got dreams and visions, so we're working it out. But right here, I'm gonna have a sliding door, and then yeah. So, and then over here, I'm gonna put a ship's ladder. That's what it's called, a ship's ladder. That thing over there is a ship's ladder. I'm gonna build another one right here. So they're very space efficient, and then you can kind of play with the angle. Like this one, I think I set the angle at like 20 degrees, which, you know, going a short distance like that isn't hard. So got some patio furniture. I got a little wood burning propane fire pit in there. That's super cool. I'm not going to show you. I'm not taking the cover off. I got these cast iron panels that are super cool. Really like these. I got these at Menards. Really happy to see them up there this year. This year my goal was to get this decking done, to get the guardrails on, and that was it. So, Charm, stop it. Stop. Yeah, I'm talking to you, but I've just been super busy. I think I'm good with what I got done. Side plug, I'm currently building an external home generator port that's going to be right there. It runs off gas and propane, so either or. So that's what I'm doing now, which is why I decided to go ahead and pull the plug for the year on this treehouse build. I could get it done, but like I said earlier, the thing holding me back is getting these spindles here. Just if I ordered them now, you know, so then I'm putting them on what, January 1st, if I'm lucky. And I mean, also too, I still need to stain some of the wood here because I've been staining it, some of it, and then putting it up. And anyway, I'm just happy to have what I got done. So, and then I guess I do this little bit of decking. Now right here, I'm going to have a rope bridge going to that oak there, and so, and then around that oak I want to have a circular platform decking there so the kids can run around and just play over there. And then I am going to build a 3-loop slide that's going to go from here all the way down. So that was supposed to be a part of the build, but when I bought that, it was already assembled. I got it from the guy. So when the kids saw it the side of the yard, they rolled it over here and begged me to hook it up. So then I just threw it in just on the spot there, and I'm super glad I did that. The kids were able to play with it all year and really enjoyed it. So, and also too, like people who don't want to get all the way up here in the tree house, you know, to go down the big slide, hey, they can go down that one. So I'm super excited about that. That was a great call, my children. Anyway, it's coming together really well. I'm very pleased with it. I'm gonna, I think if I have some time and I get bored through the winter, I'm gonna prefabricate some of these walls, so then as soon as spring comes about, I can just throw the walls up, OSB, and get to it. So that's really it. I can't really think of anything else I want to show you guys to wrap up this video. Cool, but hey, thank you guys for watching and sharing this video. It's been a fun project, and stay tuned, there's more coming. So thank you guys for your support. Like, share the video, and I hope, as always, this video helps you in your endeavor to become a modern pioneer. Be safe.